The beautiful Revel Performa3 enclosures feature modern proportions, curved side panels, and high-gloss finishes, handcrafted under the supervision of high-end Italian furniture makers. The F206 and F208 have completely curved cabinets made of contiguous layers of wood, similar to our flagship Ultima 2 series. This type of construction results in exceptional rigidity and remarkable freedom from cabinet-induced coloration.
All Revel Performa3 loudspeakers use high-order crossovers, which greatly reduce distortion and dynamic compression, while optimizing timbre, which is the most important sonic characteristic of a loudspeaker. The result is remarkably clean sound and the most accurate spectral balance, which remains consistent over an extremely wide dynamic range.
Here's an example of the crossover. This is the crossover from the center channel, the C208, where you see we use polypropylene capacitors where needed, which is in the tweeter signal path. We use air core inductors where needed, and then we also have steel laminated inductors that can have very, very high saturation points, that they don't saturate till very, very high current. And electrolytic capacitors are very low dissipation factor. And I can't emphasize how important the crossover is because it shapes the frequency response of the loudspeaker. The smooth responses we get in our spins is primarily from the properly designed crossovers.
This is our listening lab, which is arguably the most important resource we have, in that it's the only way that allows you to do a valid comparison between two loudspeakers. The position that a loudspeaker is within a room greatly influences performance, and if they're sitting right next to each other, they'll still influence each other so much that it's an invalid comparison. Then we add to that the problem that our physical aural memory is very, very brief, so you need to switch between the loudspeakers very, very quickly. So where does that lead us but needing to have the ability to mechanically switch between loudspeakers in only a matter of seconds? And we've spent nearly $500,000 on the only facility of this type that allows us to do just that, where it's completely position independent speaker comparisons. Then the next step is that it's double blind, so no one in the listening test is aware of the speakers that they're listening to, and they're identified only by letter names, so that it's a completely valid comparison of how loudspeakers stack up purely sonically.